YouTube? It's your boy Trinity Wolf, and welcome to another amazing Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode where you guys voted for it. I delivered, gave you guys Heroes. If you guys are new to the channel, please destroy that subscribe button. We are on the march for 1K subscribers, and well, let's get on to the video. Like I said, you guys voted for Heroes for this week's episode, and as you can see from the thumbnail, we did very well. So coming into round one, we are playing against Math Mechs, which I am very unfamiliar with this matchup personally. I just know that trap card pretty much allows them to do something during, it's like a monster reborn for 3 basically during my turn, and they get to do some shenanigans with it. So as you can see, my hand was actually pretty good. As you can see, I'm using Destiny Hero Dominance to display for the hero icon for the duels. So a lot of Destiny Hero Dominance was being summoned during today. And as you guys know, today was Winnabox, which I was unaware of, so I wasn't prepared for it at all. So we went undefeated today, guys. It was incredible, and hopefully you guys enjoy this entire video. But as you can see from the beginning, he's just doing a bunch of shenanigans. He's locked under, from Elite Monsters, they lock themselves under Link level 2, but you know that doesn't matter because they're going to end on an IP, so they can use IP during my turn. And then it's basically just set to pass. I start my turn, I draw, I think I drew the Ash for turn, which kind of sucked. Start with Vion, use Vion, sending Shadow Mist to our graveyard to search for a hero. And Shadow Mist got Skullmeistered, by the way, so we didn't get to search for a hero, so we banished to add Polymerization. We Fusion Destiny for 3. So we send our 3 Denier, and we send our Dreadmaster as well to get our Dominance. And he was reading Dominance because no, I didn't get to resolve Dominance very much because for some reason everybody was just completely terrified of the card. Like, I don't know why. But anyway, guys, I don't believe he let me resolve his effect. I honestly can't remember. But yeah, we go ahead and use Cross. We bring back our Dreadmaster just so that way Destiny Heroes can't die for the entirety of the turn. And we Polymerization, fusing away. I forgot who was in my hand, but we fused the Dreadmaster. Oh, it was Decider. We fused Decider and Dreadmaster away to make Phoenix Enforcer. And he was telling me the monsters, basically the Link monsters couldn't be destroyed by card effects essentially, so I was like, well crap, so I'll just go for the back row. I got rid of the trap, but he had 2 of them, so I was like, well dang. So then he uses the effect to just, I guess, basically send Phoenix. He gets to send a card out of my hand, and then Phoenix gets sent to the graveyard as well. Since, I mean, he couldn't be destroyed, so he was surely affected by being able to get sent to the graveyard for sure. But yeah, I pretty much lose game 1 because I was just really unsure about everything that was gonna happen. So I go for Trinity, and then Trinity actually gets Effect Veiler, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Because that probably would have helped me win the game there, but yeah. So pretty much after that, I just scoop because I was like, I'm just gonna be top decking answers. So on to game 2, however, he's gonna go first again. As you can see, I had the 1 increase in my hand, so I was like, oh man, this is probably not gonna go very well. But he's pretty much just, I'm just opening my packs because from the cards I saw that he was activating, it's pretty much gonna be the exact same board he's gonna make again. So as you can see, he goes into the XCs. I don't know their names, so I'm sorry. He activates the effect, and then he's gonna just go into his, make those, and he's gonna go into his Link plays. So it's literally gonna be the exact same board. I just think there wasn't, I don't think there was a lot of cards in the back row this time. Maybe 1 card. As you can see, his tokens came back out. He activates Small World. I always have to read Small World because, man, sometimes I still just don't understand how this card works. I'm just like, would I be able to play Small World in Heroes? If someone knows that if you can play it in Heroes, just just let me know what you would, use to send and all that, because I really don't know what benefits. Because I think if small world can be used in Heroes, I'm sure someone would have had a build with it already. So it probably doesn't work with us very well. But anyway, as you can see, what was my hand? I had liquid, increase. I started my turn. He did have 2 back row. We start off with fusing right away, Shadow Mist and Liquid. We have a chain link of 3. And he lets them resolve, add Miracle, add Stratos. I want to get rid of some of the back row, so that's why I got Stratos. But as you can see, I had a Hero Lives in my hand as well. But I started with a reinforcement of the army because I felt like, I was like, man, I just don't think Hero Lives is going to be worth it. And the Hero Lives got hit out of my hand anyway, so it just didn't matter. Sunrise got sent, but that didn't stop me. Once after I used Cross to bring back militias and used Cross to search, he then chains IP to make Appaloosa for 2. So it was like on resolution. So I searched for Ferris, then he makes the Appaloosa here for 2. Which I'm just like, okay, that's fine. You should have honestly made that a lot earlier. And then I use Ferris, he just negates it, and now the Appaloosa is really low. I swing at it, mass change into Dark Law, get rid of his monster. As you can see, I'm ahead by 66. Dark Law does control the game here a little bit, but it just slowed him down just a little bit. And basically what's gonna happen in this game is we're basically gonna draw, so that's still technically not a loss in my opinion. So but yeah, as you see, all it did was it just slowed him down just a little bit. Once I saw like the Lingeribo and a Parallax Ease activate from hand, I was like, man, I might be in trouble here. But luckily for me, most of their effects, the resources had to be in the graveyard, so I got lucky with the Update Jammer effect, and then also Access Code Talker's effect as well. I don't think he makes that. I don't think it's Access Code. Yeah, it's Decode Talker here. They get banished, and then here comes the Access Code. It gets popped, and I take damage. Yeah, and then time is actually about to be almost called here, and I had 40 seconds left. So you can see I discarded, add Stratos, use Stratos Search, swing with Stratos with Honest Neos, and then I'm calculating to make sure it's game. And luckily enough, I was 200 over, and that was game, guys. So we drew.
Do you want to choose
round 2 of the tournament? It was against newer, younger kid. Just playing the Egyptian God structure deck is what I believe it was. That's why you see Obelisk on the little display there. As you can tell, I could kind of tell that because it was only one game that passed by, I can tell the kid was already having a rough time because, certain times the kids want to win, you know what I'm saying? But most of the time I take the time to try to just give my advice and teach and do whatever I can. And I actually got hit with a negate attack here, which was really, really funny. It ended my battle phase, and I just but yeah, normally I just try to give my little advice and try to help them not want to give up on the game or anything, or just I think the kid was just not having it today, so I was like, alright, well, you're already you're kind of in the mood where you're just not really wanting to play anymore, so I'll just, I'll just make it quick, I guess. But, nonetheless, I had fun. I was telling him, when I had certain effects, you would be able to do this, you could have done that, and, it all just takes time. But like I said, what I'm really enjoying about my locals now is that we keep getting more and more new people wanting to play the game, and a lot of young people are wanting to come in and start playing. and even just, older people are still coming in to wanting to play the game. So it's really, really good, because it used to not be like that. It used to just be the same people every single weekend. But seeing new faces all the time, it really feels good. It's like I don't have to play the same competition over and over and over again. So being that I've had new faces and, younger kids coming into the game, it's really, really great. So whatever my local store is doing to keep these, kids coming in and newer people, I hope they keep it up, which I'm sure they will. And it helps that my community in my local store is actually pretty healthy. There's really no one that's toxic at all. Everyone's pretty nice. I haven't had problems with anybody. But yeah, that was it for round 2, you guys. Round 3. Tier elements. I think it was just, danger tier elements, but I didn't see put that on the thing. He kind of bricked, actually. He was really gunning for that jackalope to just draw him into a card he needed, but unfortunately it was just summon Nessie set 2 pass. And fortunately for me, I kind of messed up, because you see I had a Stratos already, and I was talking about Stratos, so I searched another Stratos by accident, and I used Stratos to pop the face downs. He activates Super Poly, but he wasn't able to resolve it because it has to be different names, and Stratos, it's the same name. So I got rid of the one Super Poly, so I was free to summon Dominus with my Fusion Destiny, because that's pretty much the kind of play I needed. But it gets immediately banished with the trap card, because I'm like, everybody's scared of Dominus's effect for some reason. But as you can see, I'm able to pop off. I had the Dark Angel, mostly just because insurance, because I was like, man, because since I kind of messed up with my Stratos play, I'm not sure if I can kill him. But fortunately enough for me, I used DPE to pop my Miracle Fusion, which I was really, really debating about, and hopefully I didn't waste it. But fortunately enough for me, I was able to swing directly for enough, exactly, because Increase, because of Dread Decimator, had exactly 1600 attack, and I was actually able to swing for a game. So I got very, very lucky there. On to game 2, however, he's going to get to go pop off, because, Instant Fusion just gave him everything, which is absolutely insane. And I did have a Nibiru in hand, but unfortunately, he summons that negate on the 5th, before the 5th summon. But I was like, well, this Nibiru's kind of dead anyway, so I just attempted to just activate, because I don't know if he would want certain cards in the graveyard to activate. But he negates the Nibiru. So as you can see, he's just going insane, making his. Oh yeah, I guess there's splites in here too, but I guess you kind of have to play splites and tier elements. Let's see. I draw for turn. I start with reinforcements of the army. I believe we grab Stratos, and we normal summon. No, we start with Ferris, discard Shadow Mist, Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. He flips the Ferris face down, but funny enough, Increase can still tribute the Ferris even though it's face down, because it's I'm still tributing a hero monster. So because people have had that ruling rolled out in the past, you can still tribute a face down hero for Increase. So go ahead and add the Plasma. I think it does hit the board. We use Increase effect. He tries to negate it. It gets negated and destroyed. Polymerization into Sunrise gets negated with Dragos Tapelia. And then we Fusion Destiny for our Dominance once again. And it gets negated with his trap card that he's about to activate, because I'm going to activate its effect. He go ahead, well, he's like triggering some traps, and then now he activates the trap to negate it. That's why you see the little dice there, so it's kind of reminding me that both of them are negated on the field. And then as you can see, I'm gonna go into Malicious, and then Denier, and then we tribute the Sunrise, and the other 2 Destiny Heroes for my Plasma. And then we go ahead and take his Tier Elements card, summon Malicious so I don't draw into it, swing with Dominance, swing with Plasma onto the Mud Dragon, and then I swing with Malicious on purpose just so I can get my Increase back since it was negated. And I pretty much pass turn, and he's actually able to get rid of my Plasma here because of he top deck he was thinking for a long time, but I was like, dang, it seemed like he really did have the out the whole time. So he uses the danger, gets Bigfoot gets sent, pops my plasma, and then he's able to pop off here. But he didn't pop the plasma, I'm sorry. I used increase to get rid of it before it could get destroyed, just so I can get a little bit of value here. But he actually negates the Vion with the trap card. You know, he dies. He gets bounced back. Let's see what else happens here. Yeah, because either way, if he didn't get rid of dominance, he would have destroyed himself anyway because of using this. So I'm down to 600 life. I put my increase in the spell and trap zone. Use malicious. No, I didn't use malicious. I'm sorry. I normal summon Stratos. I drew a forbidden droplet for turn. So I used increase to tribute the Stratos. Yeah, because he was trying to figure out what was happening because he was targeting my Stratos. But I was like, no, I'm chaining increase to get rid of the target. So Stratos was still able to resolve, adding the Shadow Mist. On increase's effect, he was using the Tier Elements card to negate it. I chain the droplet, sending Shadow Mist, summoning Vion, searching Honest Neos. I think I just send a Ferris to the graveyard just to get, you know, a useless hero body out, and you know, we grab Polymerization, and we used the cross to get the denier back. Denier put the malicious back, and then we make Phoenix Destroyer, and then we pretty much get to swing for 5,000 because we had the Honest Neos, because his monsters were 0 attack. On to this round. Sorry, I didn't see it. I think it's like, what, round 4 now? It is against Live Twin Splight, or however, Splight Live Twin, or whichever way you want to say it. Yeah, this deck is insane. I forgot which one I used Imperm on, but yeah, the Live Twins, the Trouble Sunny with the continuous spell. Normal summon Stratos. He changed Droplet since he sent a monster. I respond with Mass Change. Getting my Ferris. Pay 500 to bounce that back to his hand, so I stop burning for 500. Ferris comes out, discarding, and then increase goes off. So he pops the Blast, get Vion, send Shadow Mist, search Liquid Soldier, get Polymerization. I'm pretty much in a good spot here. Yeah, he tried to actually, I forgot what was happening. I was called buying something, and then he Ghost Spell. Sorry, I kind of missed it. But we Polymerization, make Sunrise, chain link 1, chain link 2, and then we, get our Miracle Fusion. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just brain farting here because sometimes I'm forgetting what's going on in the games. Yeah, we reset the mass change, we make DPE. We're pretty much in a very, very good spot here, but he activates Nibiru, unfortunately, so we're sitting on a token. I continue my main phase. Of course, I use DPE's effect to destroy himself. We sit on an absolute 0 with double mass change face down, I believe, and we pass. So we sit on this Nibiru token, and everybody always forgets everybody always forgets DPE's effect. So he swings at the absolute 0 with the Nibiru token. I'm like, okay, well, you're losing 1,800 attack. So then he takes the damage. That's pretty much all he has, and I continue the battle phase because that's all I had. Make Dark Law and swing for game. On to game 2. We go first. Stratos actually gets ashed here, so I kind of wish I started with the Prod of Prosperity. As you can see, the 6 cards were just nothing but side stuff. So I believe I just took the Ash Blossom, I think. And yeah, he just gets to just pop off. So I think this game he pretty much just takes over this game because actually I added the Nibiru, which was kind of foolish because it's like now he just played around the Nibiru because he made Gigantic Sprite, and now nothing can be special summon that was, higher than level 2 or rank 2 stuff. So I was like, well, dang. I was like, I should have thought about that because I was like, well, if I had the Nibiru, it'll make him have to play differently. But I was like, either way, it was just like, I was like, maybe I know he's gonna play around the Nibiru, but maybe on a following turn, if I survive, I'll be able to use it against him. But as you can see, I think he messed up his plays. That's why he was. Gosh, I'm like messing up. Yeah, so yeah, I just scooped on that one. That's right. So on to game 3, however, we changed little things. We activate emergency call, adding our Shadow Mist, discarding it with Ferris, getting our double chain effects. We add Plasma using increased like Vion, sending a Destiny hero, add Polymerization. Then we go into a Cross Crusader, targeting the Malicious to summon it. And yeah, and here it goes. Searching for our Liquid Soldier. And then we normal Stratos, searching for our Denier. I'm pretty positive I'd search for Denier. Yeah, we grab Denier, we fuse. Well, we make Wonder Driver, Link 2, and we activate our Conversation. Of course, we're going to make our Sunrise, Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, Miracle, Draw 2, discard. I think we discarded a Droplet. Yeah, we discarded Forbidden Droplet just because I think the hand traps, Dark Law, and possibly Plasma would be enough. So yeah, that's where we make our DPE using Sunrise and Malicious. Use Denier to put the Malicious back. And then we make Plasma and double Mass Change face down. And he actually starts his turn with double Cosmic Cyclone. I let it resolve. He droplets, and then I ash his card, and he really needed that card to be ashed. I could just tell by just the way he was activating his cards, and that was pretty much just gonna be it. Round 5. My favorite matchup of all time against Flunderies. He starts off the turn with our favorite card, Dimension Shifter, which it's pretty much just gonna really hurt. I stopped the Rabina with Imperm, and that allows me to at least try to attempt a turn here. I Pot of Prosperity for 6, adding our Fusion Destiny. Even though I know all the materials are gonna go to, they're gonna get banished. We had Ferris off Stratos. I believe I was just gonna try to go into battle with Stratos, but then Flunderies just does their thing. And then main phase 2, however, I use Ferris, discard Shadow Mist, just to get increase into my spell and trap zone, even though the Shadow Mist pretty much got wasted. Activate the Fusion Destiny. We're going to send the materials that we're pretty much just not going to see, so we send the Dreadmaster Decider, Dark Angel. No, we didn't go into battle phase yet, I'm sorry. So I just tried to run it over with Dominance, but I forgot about Rabina's effect, where it can, make a monster lose its attack during the damage step. So I forgot all about that. So Dominance kind of just got wasted. During his turn, however, I use... No, I think he just straight up just... Oh my gosh, I can't remember. I'm sorry. But I know this had to have been... It wasn't during his turn, because I think he just swung at me with Eaglin and passed. And as you can see, as I'm doing all my summonings and stuff, he activates set rotation. And I could kind of tell, because when I saw I had the map, I was like, yeah, he definitely gave himself Mystic Mind because he believes. And I was like, I guess he's thinking there'll be another turn. But I actually had Imperm for the Impin. That's why you see Sunrise in attack position, and I was able to add Miracle Fusion. And then we make our Absolute Zero. Everybody's getting boosted by 800, swing, and I popped the Mystic Mind just in case I wasn't able to kill him. But fortunately enough, we actually left him only with 200 life. But he draws a card, and that was pretty much game for there. Game 2, however, he's going to go first again, of course, which I was prepared for. I don't believe I drew any hand traps this time. As you can see, because he actually really needed this Pot of Prosperity, and I really wish I had Ash, because then he has the duality. He's able to get the Rabina, and that's pretty much... I was like, man, if I had an Imperm for this Rabina, I would have been golden. But as you can see, he's just going to pop off and do his thing. I think he's just going to end with a Eaglin again, with I believe 2 cards face down. If you guys can see, I'm recording this after the YCS. Even though it was... I honestly did not want Flunderweeze to win. I'm sorry. I did not want them to win that YCS. I'm sorry. I really didn't. It's cool that he made it all the way up there. I just did not want this deck to win. I'm sorry. As you can see, we're doing our hero shenanigans. Luckily for us, we can summon our cards in defense position and able to trigger their effects. I use Stratos to just destroy the face downs, I believe. He's just doing bird things, but I think he messed up something. I guess that's why he said he messed up some kind of summon. I guess that's why the dude, the big Raffles, I don't remember his name. I guess that's why he wasn't able to come out, because I guess he messed up. But we were pretty much just golden here. I activate Polymerization, Chaining, Droplet on the Eaglin, make Trinity, and we just Trinity crush for game, ladies and gentlemen. Round 6. I thought there were 7 rounds. However, this will be the 6th and final round, because the 7th round, we decided everybody kind of wanted to go home, so it would have just been me and this guy playing punks, but we decided to split just because everybody wanted to go home. And so 6 rounds, we went undefeated, so I'm not mad about it. He went undefeated, so we looked at it both ways. We split the box, and it was a win-win. I was like, hey, we both went undefeated, so why not just end the day like that? And we're like, yeah. But as you can see, he had DD Crow for both my Malicious and Denier, so I found that really funny. But he was looking at, he's like, okay, I'm gonna look at. So he pretty much just scooped, because it was just nothing but hand traps, and he saw that I was just still popping off. As you can see, this was the live twin sprite again, but he just set 5 and passed. He activates Trap Tricks, getting Imperm, Stratos. Just looking at all his options, because he can only activate 1 more trap now. He negates Ferris with Imperm. We go ahead and make our cross, because we did discard Denier with Ferris earlier. And then as you can see, we basically just get to basically just take this home free, because basically no more traps can be activated. We had Sunrise, being able to we drew our 2 cards. I don't think I had Miracle Fusion in my hand already. If I did or didn't have it in my hand already, either way, it would be in my hand regardless. But yeah, we weren't able to pretty much do anything else. So we go into Wonder Driver, activate our Miracle Fusion, make Absolute Zero, reset the Polymerization. We fused the Dreadmaster and the Honest Neos in hand to make Phoenix Enforcer. I pop his Sanctum, and the Sanctum popped my Absolute Zero. And then pretty much DPE is just gonna kind of control this. I kind of pre-actively activated DPE way too early, and that's what kind of made this. That's what kind of turned this into a huge grind game. Just because his summon, I should have just ashed it, but for some reason I chained DPE to pop it instead of just ashing it, and that's kind of what just turned this into just like a mega grind game, because this was like a very insane game. So basically on my turn, he used his live twins to pop the Scythe, so now I'm extra deck locked. So thankfully DPE was still able to come out. I just swing with DPE. Essentially we use Pod Prosperity. We banish 6 just so we can dig for more options here. Let's see if we can see. Yeah, we add the mass change for sure. And we normal summon Shadow Mist, set a card, and pretty much pass. Yeah, there we go. Swing. And then, though we popped, I'm sorry. And then, his turn is starting. Activate Mass Change, make the Dark Law. I believe I did this when he was searching for a card. We banished Crossout Designator, which is going to do nothing, unfortunately. I wish I ripped out a different card. I believe he's able to get rid of the Dark Law pretty easily. Yeah, he makes the Goddess, which I thought it had to be a monster in the extra monster zone, but no, it was just straight up just 1 monster your opponent controls. I was like, oh man, no way. So he gets rid of DPE, and then Dark Law is negated because of its summon, and then he's just able to pop off, and I'm like, man, I'm in a very bad spot here. But let's see, yeah, he makes with a gigantic sprite, and he's just doing his live twins shenanigans again, pops the Dark Law. swings at me with that. I believe I'm barely alive here. I think I had like 300 life points left. Because I know our life points got ridiculously low. Like, I had 300 and he had 100 at some point. I had the Stratos. He pops the Stratos. I imperm the carrot. He negates the carrot. I mean, he negates the imperm just because. I use Ferris to get increase into my spell trap zone, even though I've used both my Vions. Luckily, I remembered I never used Denier to summon it. We go into Cross Crusader to bring back our DPE. He used Ogre to pop the cross, which was fine because it still brings out DPE regardless. We used DPE to swing, and then we popped the carrot, and then he just was not able to get over Phoenix Enforcer because he was losing pretty much. His monsters were all 0 because I had so many monsters in the grave. He just had no way. He was just running out of big monsters to get rid of it. So his only option was really just to make Unicorn, and of course when he makes Unicorn, you know, he discards for costs, and then I just pop the Unicorn, and then DPE is summoned, and we win the game, you guys. So this is my pack openings, y'all, so I'll let you see that for just a second. But yeah, anyway, guys, this was an amazing Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode. I can see why you guys love me playing Heroes, because we always do well with Heroes. Undefeated today. We did get a draw, but is that a loss? It's not. So undefeated XO with Heroes today, and then we plussed really hard today. So I don't really need anything out of Darkwing Blast other than probably Spellbound, which is very cheap. I wonder if any of these branded cards will be good. And I saw the new For Hire card. Their new Link monster was in this set. I wonder if that's any good, because I did like that deck when it first came out with Tri-Brigade, because the board you were able to make was stupid with that deck. And yeah, there's our Starlight, you guys. Too bad it's probably like the cheapest Starlight in this set, but still an amazing day to pull a Starlight. After an amazing day of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! X undefeated. Bought a brand new TV today and got a cat, and this was an amazing day, you guys. But I will see you guys in the next one.